everyone, and welcome to week 1 on my new channel, A Breath of Fresh Fitness. My name is Connie. You'll notice I can be kind of goofy and quirky. Some of you might already know me from my crochet and knitting channel, Just Another Stitch. But whether you are a returning friend or completely new here, I am so glad you joined me. When I went to the ENT recently on Wednesday, July 22nd, I weighed 341 pounds. Yes, you heard me correctly, and I am starting a journey to safely lose 200 pounds and completely reclaim my health. If you are looking at me right now, you see someone who is majorly out of shape. Because of severe inactivity over the years, my muscles have atrophied. It has been a long, painful, and exhausting road. And if I'm being completely honest with you, there were many times I wanted to give up entirely. It's been very tough. For years, I had to deal with the heartbreak of people making me feel like my fatigue and weight gain were just a lack of willpower. And I'm sure some of you watching have felt the same way in your life. People judged me and made me feel lazy. But recently, I got the absolute medical proof. I found out that my left nostril is completely blocked by a 75% deviated spectrum and a short bone spur, and I have severely swollen terminates on the left and the right side. It turns out I haven't been lazy at all. My body has been fighting an invisible 24-hour war just to get oxygen. This structural blockage acts like a mechanical roadblock. It creates a chest vacuum every single night that has severely strained my heart, worsened my asthma, and locked my metabolism into a permanent stress eating and fat storage trap. Right now, I am managing a list of 21 medications just to keep my body balanced. And I usually say I have a pharmacy because of how many medications I am on. But the mystery is finally over and I feel hope, which is so powerful. I am currently working with my ENT to get my surgery scheduled so they can permanently straighten that bone, shave down the spur, and finally open my airways. Right now, I am in a bridge phase, taking my nasal sprays and waiting for my final clearances from my cardiologist and pulmonologist. Just recently, I actually went to my doctor's office to check in while I was already at the hospital getting my immune panel done. I am not waiting until my surgery to start changing my life. While this is week 1 for my exercise and video updates, my actual lifestyle shift started back on June 5th when I began watching what I eat. On that day, I weighed 347.4 pounds. For the last several weeks, I have been incredibly intentional about my nutrition to manage my diabetes. I closely watch my carbs and my sugar intake. My routine focuses on clean, lean meats, plenty of water, and lots of vegetables. Cucumbers tend to be my absolute go-to. Notice the cucumber on the thumbnail. I also love finding creative ways to swap out heavy carbs for clean choices. Just recently, I tried a brand new dish, chicken and butternut squash nachos. Oh my goodness. Ooh, it was so delicious. And it turns out butternut squash makes a fantastic hearty replacement for traditional chips without messing with my blood sugar. And I do also want to try this with bell peppers. And I actually posted the full recipe on my community page, so make sure to check out the community page for that recipe and other healthy information I share. When I do enjoy fruit, I stick to berries and make sure to watch my serving sizes very carefully to protect my blood sugar. While I haven't been strictly journaling my food intake yet, That is a habit I absolutely plan to start doing in the future. It isn't about restriction. It's about giving my body the best fuel to fight this invisible war. And the results are real. From June 5th through July 27th, I have officially lost 11.52 pounds. Now, talking about weight tracking, these numbers at home can get a little tricky and confusing because different scales have totally different calibrations. And I have been weighing myself on different scales, so I know this part gets a little confusing. I'm actually discovered that my personal home scale reads about 5 pounds less than my primary care physician scale. Bouncing back and forth between different machines can make your head spin and make your numbers look wonky. So to keep my tracking completely honest, consistent, and easy to follow on this channel, I'll be tracking my progress from now on using my home machine as my single official dashboard. Now, what a lot of people don't know about me is I used to be in the Navy. And back in 2008, I used to do step aerobics 3 to 4 times a week at the YMCA. I loved it so much that I almost became a certified aerobics instructor. That version of me is still alive inside my mind, and I am ready to tap into that determination again. Because of my muscle atrophy, my back pain, and the fact that I'm just a few days out from a quick PCO laser eye surgery, standard standing workouts are not safe for me yet. So on this channel, I am not going to be streaming or recording workouts on camera. Instead, I am meeting my body exactly where it is behind the scenes. And this past week, my goal was to hit 3 to 5 minutes of modified seated chair aerobics right in the comfort of my living room. When my week started on Saturday, I did a chair one fitness routine to the song Cupid Shuffle, to the left, to the left, to the left. I absolutely loved moving to that song, but it was really hard moving my body, and I was incredibly sore the next day. Because of that soreness, I listened to my body on Sunday and switched over to a gentle stretching video by We Keep Moving to the song Hallelujah. I know I can't sing. It's such a beautiful song, and it was exactly the kind of gentle care my muscles needed. Plus, my cat Ollie even stepped in to help me stretch that day, which made it even better. Then on Monday, I did another chair one fitness routine to You're the One That I Want. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I love Grease, and I love that song. And the chair aerobics choreography was so much fun that I was singing right along with it while working out. Do you do that too? And can we just talk about how incredibly hot John Travolta is in Grease? I'd love to get a chance to dance with him. Seriously, absolute perfection. Then for Tuesday, I did Thriller by Chair One Fitness, which was a 6-minute video. My cats Ollie and Charlie were watching me the entire time. I didn't quite do the whole video. I was only able to do 5 minutes and 40 seconds. I struggled that day and couldn't keep up with the video, but I did stay moving. Thriller was such a fun song to work out to. And by the time Wednesday rolled around, I had absolutely no energy. My body was completely wiped out. So I listened to what it needed and decided to make it my official rest day. Rest is just as important as movement when you are clearing those roadblocks. I get tongue-tied sometimes. Please excuse me. Then on Thursday, I jumped right back into it and did a 90s mix Silver Sneakers class by Metro Physical Therapy. And they have a lot of awesome videos with 80 music on that channel. I just focused on the song, Everybody, yeah. Backstreet's Back, all right, by the Backstreet Boys. It was such an amazing throwback, and it really reminded me of the good old days when I used to go to the gym regularly, especially because the choreography has some fun kickboxing moves built right in. Now, Friday is when things went completely off plan. Back on Wednesday, July 22nd, I had that routine nasal scope done at the ENT office, and it completely aggravated my sinuses. By Friday, I was feeling so much worse. I had massive sinus pressure build up in my head. The skin under my eyes was completely swollen, and my eyes were burning. It got so bad, it became incredibly hard to breathe. And I could actually feel the swelling hitting my right eye. And also, my home pulse oximeter was actually showing my oxygen dipping down under 90. Frank and I had to make an emergency trip to the ER. And I'll be completely honest, I had an awful time at the hospital. The doctor was incredibly dismissive. I didn't feel like he was listening to me at all. He kept cutting me off every single time I tried to answer his questions. They ended up sending me home with a prescription for an antibiotic and prednisone because I was feeling so terribly sick and dealing with all that hospital drama. I did not get my exercise session in on Friday. But guess what? Even with that emergency hurdle, I still managed to hit my workout goals for 5 full days after the first week. The good news is that I am feeling a lot better now. I'm having an easier time breathing, and my oxygen levels have climbed right back up where they belong. My voice is still a little hoarse from the strain, so I took it easy yesterday to let the medications do their work. Now, I will be linking all the exercise and stretching videos I do down in the description box below. So always check out my description boxes in my videos for helpful information. So if you are looking for safe, modified options, you can easily check these out for yourself. Some days I felt that old spork, other days my back pain and breathing made those few minutes a real mental battle. But I showed up and tracked exactly how my body responded. And I did it. I did five days this past week. Now on this channel, I am going to document every single update of this lifestyle shift. I am going to share my progress, my medical clearances, my future surgical recovery, and the reality of rebuilding my fitness from the absolute ground up. To officially kick off our brand new week, I stepped on my home scale this morning for my week 2 check-in, and the display read exactly 326. Now keep in mind, my scale is about 5 pounds off from my doctor's. All right, so anyway, I am sitting right about around 331 medical equivalent, showing that our steady, healthy downward momentum is working beautifully. I am incredibly blessed to have my emotional support system, or like I like to call him, my emotional support animal, my amazing loving husband Frank, who many of you know as the Biscuit. He stands right by my side through every step of this journey. He's been totally amazing. If you are starting from the absolute bottom, if you are stuck in a chair, or if you are carrying a heavy medical or emotional load like me, please know you are not broken. You are just blocked, and we can clear those blocks together. Let's go, everybody. We got this. We can do this. To get our conversation started today, leave a comment down below and let me know, what is one small win you are celebrating for your health or your body today? Or what is your absolute favorite song that always gets you in the mood to move? I want to read through your stories and chat with you in the comments. Also, if I've never interacted before, please be sure to say hi in the comments. I'd love to get to know y'all better. Really, I want to hear from everybody. Now, before we wrap up, please remember that I am not a doctor. I am just sharing my real raw journey. So please make sure to check with your own doctor before starting any new diet or exercise routine. Hit that subscribe button to become one of my fresh air besties. Leave a comment below to say hello, and I will see you in the week 2 update next week. Keep breathing, keep moving, and be kind to your body. Bye, everyone.